Hello my dear friends, welcome to Concept Mastery. It's a basic math series, so we're going to take a very small topic which we have learned in our high school days. Almost all of us know the answer, that is y, not y, but minus minus is plus, plus minus is minus, we all know about it. But in this discussion we'll try to know the logic behind this, like why do we need to add up when we have two negative numbers, or why do we need to select the sign of the bigger number. So that's the question that we're going to try to find the logic behind. So these are the two questions which we'll be focusing on. Actually these topics comes under addition and subtraction of integers. So here we're not going to take the topic of multiplication. In multiplication again the logic will be different, the concept will be different. Here we're going to deal with only addition and subtraction of integers. So y minus minus is equal to plus. For example, minus 5 minus 6 equal to minus 11, right? So why do we add up? That's the question we need to, we'll try to find the answer behind this. Why do we need to select the sign of the larger number, like minus 5 plus 6 equal to plus 1? Why can't we take minus 1? Like why do we need to take plus 1? So that's the question that we will try to know the reason behind this. Okay, so very simple. Here we're going to take the help of number line. With the help of number line we'll try to clear this doubt. Okay, so we'll take the help of a number line. We all know about number line. Actually the calculations were done in number line, like in those eras, but as of now we don't actually use it. But to understand the logic we need it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5 minus 6. So let's start with simple one, that is we'll not directly move to negative. We'll start with the simple questions. Okay, before that we all know this is the negative part, right? This is the negative portion, and then this is the positive portion, right? This is the negative, this is the positive, and this is the negative. And we know that negative and positive, they are totally opposite. They are totally opposite. Like it's like if it is fire, this is water, right? It's totally opposite. So whenever we have positive number, let's say we have plus 5, then we'll be moving to this direction. Whenever we have, let's say, minus 5, then we'll be moving to this direction. Okay, we'll be moving to this direction. Plus means this direction, minus means this direction. Okay, so let's start with simple question. Let's say we have 2 plus 3, like plus 2 and plus 3. Plus 2 plus 3 will be how much? Let's find out the answer from number line. We know the answer, but we'll try to help, we'll take the help of number line and try to get the logic behind this. Okay, so plus 2 is out here, plus 2 is out here, and then again plus 3, right? Again plus 3, that means again we need to move to this direction. Again we need to move to this direction because positive is in this direction. So again plus 3, so plus 3 will be how many steps? 3 steps, right? So 1 2 3, so we're ending at plus 5. We are ending at plus 5, so we know that answer this will be plus 5. So let's take one more example. Let's say plus 5 minus 3. So plus 5 minus 3, plus 5 and minus 3. So plus 5 is out here, plus 5 is out here. So from plus 5 we need to subtract 3, right? We have minus 3, so minus means this side. We need to move to this side because negative is in this direction. So from 5 we need to move how many steps? We need to move 3 steps. So from here 3 steps, 1 backwards, okay, because it's negative. So 1 2 3, that means we'll end up at 2 plus 2. So the answer out here is plus 2, right? This is clear. Now we'll move to negative, right? Negative, let's say minus 5 and minus 3. I need to extend this line. I'll be taking till minus 8. So minus 5 and minus 3. Minus 5, let's reduce the number because it might be difficult to see this number. So let's reduce the number to minus 2 minus 3. Minus 2 minus 3, the logic would be same even if we change the number. Okay, so minus 2 minus 3. Okay, so let's try to find out the answer. So minus 2 is out here, minus 2 is out here, minus 2 is out here, and then we have minus 3. So minus 3 means in this direction, right? Again in the same direction. Again we are moving in the same direction. That is minus 2 minus 3 means how many steps? 3 steps in this direction because we have minus sign. So 1 2 3, that means we are ending up at minus 5. That means we are ending up at more number, bigger number, right? I'm not talking about value. Okay, value is smaller, but I'm talking about number. So we are ending up at bigger number because we are moving in the same direction. If we look minus, that means we are moving in the same direction. We are moving in the same direction. So whenever we move in the same direction, even out here plus, even here we are moving in the same direction. So whenever we move in the same direction, it is obvious that we'll be getting a larger number, right? Value might be smaller because in negative numbers, the more larger the number, the smaller is the value, right? So we might get smaller value, but number will be larger, number will be larger. So whenever we move in the same direction, we get the larger number. Okay, one more example. Let's say we'll take the example of -3 and -4. So -3, -4. So again, this will be in the same direction because -3 is out here, -3 is out here, -3 is out here. Again, we need to move how many steps? We need to move -4 steps, but in negative direction, right? 4 steps in negative direction, that means in this direction. So 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we're ending at larger number. We're ending at larger number because we are moving in the same direction. We are moving in the same direction, so we're ending up at -7. So that's why minus is equal to plus. We need to add up. I'm not talking about the sign, I'm talking about the number. We need to add up the number because we are moving in the same direction, right? We'll be ending on the larger number. So that's the logic behind why minus is plus. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now we'll move to the second question, that is, why do we need to select the sign of the larger number? Why do we need to select the sign of the larger number? This topic might be a bit difficult to understand. Not difficult, I'll try to simplify it. Again, we need to take the help of a number line. So let's say 0, 1, this will be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So let's take the example of -2 plus 5, -2 plus 5. Okay, so -2 is out here, plus 5 means in which direction? 5 steps in this direction, right? 5 steps in this direction because this is positive, this is negative. So positive will be in this direction, negative will be in this direction. So plus 5, this direction, that means 5 steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we are ending up at plus 3. We are ending up at what? We are ending up at plus 3. So now why are we, see, actually while solving we don't make use of number line, right? We simply memorize those steps, that is minus, plus, minus, and then we need to take the sign of the larger number. That's the steps that we follow while solving the questions. So why do we get the sign of the larger number? Why do we get the sign of the larger number all the time? Because see, we have -2, right? We have -2 out here. We started from -2, so -2 is out here. We started from -2, and then we are moving 5 steps, and then we are moving 5 steps to opposite direction, and then we are moving 5 steps to opposite direction. You just check out from this point to 0. From this point to 0 is only 2 steps, right? From this point to 0 is only 2 steps. That means after 0 we have what side? After 0 we have positive side, right? After 0 we have positive side. So it's obvious that from -2 to 0 it's only 2 steps, but we are moving 5 steps. That means we'll be ending up on opposite direction, right? We'll be ending up on opposite side, that is from minus to plus. Okay, so we'll take more examples. Let's say we have +5 and -6, +5 and -6. So we have +5. Okay, so +5 and -6. So +5 is out here, our starting position out here. So from +5 we are going to move 6 steps to this direction, right? 6 steps to this direction. That is because we have negative sign. So we are moving to this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So we got how much? The answer is -1. The answer is -1. So even here we're getting the sign of the larger number. Even here we're getting the sign of the larger number because, see, from 5 to 0, from 5 to 0 is how much? From 5 to 0 is only 5 steps, right? From 5 to 0 is 5 steps, but we are moving 6 steps. We are moving 6 steps. That means it's obvious that we'll be ending on the opposite side, right? We'll be ending on the opposite side. Yes, we started with +5, but we'll be ending on the negative side because we are moving more steps. We are moving more steps than this number, right? We are moving more steps than this number. See out here, this is 2, but we are moving more steps than this number, that is 2, because we are moving 5 steps. Even if we have -2 plus 3, even if we have -2 plus 3, that means -2 is out here. -2 is out here. We are going to move 3 steps in the positive direction. That means 1, 2, 3. That means again we are ending up on +1. We are ending up on +1. So even here we are getting the sign of the bigger number because we are moving more steps than that number. We are moving more steps than that number. So we will be ending up on the opposite side. That means if we are in minus side, we'll be ending up on plus sign because from here till 0 is only 2 steps, but we are moving how many steps? 3 steps. That means we will be ending up on the positive side. Okay, so that's the concept behind this. Let's take one last example. Let's say we are taking the example of plus 5 and minus 3. Plus 5 and minus 3. So plus 5 out here, this is plus 5, and minus 3 means in this direction, right? In this direction, that means 1, 2, 3. That means we are ending up on 2. That means out here we're getting plus 2. Out here we're getting plus 2 because from 5 till 0, from 5 till 0 is 5 steps. From 5 till 0 is 5 steps. If we want to go to negative side, then we need to have 6 steps, right? We need to have 6 steps because from 5 till 0 is 5 steps. If you want to move to negative side, we need to have more than 5 steps. But here we are moving only 3 steps. We are moving only 3 steps. That means we will not end up on the opposite side because we are moving only 3 steps, because we are moving less than this number, right? We are moving less than this number. From here till 0 is 5 steps, but we are moving only 3 steps. That means it is obvious that we will be ending up on the same side. It's obvious that we will be ending up on the same side. That's why when we are moving to that direction, less than this number, that means we'll be ending up on the same side only. Okay, so that's the logic why we take the sign of the larger number. So I tried my best to clear the doubt or clear the logic behind this, but maybe I was not that successful. You can ask me any doubt if you have in the comment section, and I will try to clear it. Okay, thank you.